Meghan Markle had walked onto the Jennifer Hudson Show expecting a warm, friendly interview, the kind filled with polite laughter, soft questions, and glowing compliments. But the audience could feel it the moment she sat down, a strange tension in the air, something sharp beneath the smiles. Jennifer Hudson, usually calm and effortless, shuffled her cue cards with an intensity that didn't match her usual energy. Meghan crossed her legs, smoothed her blazer, and tried to maintain her practiced Hollywood composure, unaware that this interview would soon spin out of her control. The first few questions were harmless: motherhood, California life, new projects, but then Jennifer shifted forward in her seat, her tone changing. "Meghan, people say your interviews often stir drama. Do you think you create the situations, or does the media exaggerate them?" The audience stirred. Meghan blinked, startled by how blunt the question was. She tried to laugh it off, but her voice wavered ever so slightly. "I think people misunderstand me," she answered, but Jennifer wasn't done, not even close. Jennifer's next question hit even harder. "Then why do so many former staff members claim they felt bullied or pressured by you?" Gasps echoed through the studio. Meghan's smile vanished, her eyes sharpened. "I will not entertain made-up accusations," she said firmly, but Jennifer held her gaze. "I didn't make them up," she said. "They came from people who worked with you." The silence that followed was suffocating. Meghan shifted in her seat, clearly unsettled. It was rare for her to face an interviewer who didn't soften their approach for her. Her PR team, watching from backstage, began exchanging frantic looks. They had warned the producers beforehand that no hostile questions would be permitted, but apparently Jennifer had her own plans today. Trying to regain control, Meghan attempted to redirect the conversation. "Jennifer, I came here to spread positivity," but Jennifer cut her off gently yet firmly. "Then why do you keep calling out family members publicly instead of privately resolving issues?" The audience murmured again. Meghan raised her chin, defensive now. "I speak my truth," she replied, but her hands were trembling slightly. Jennifer leaned back, studied her for a moment, then asked the question that finally shattered Meghan's composure. "Is your truth the only truth that matters?" For the first time in the interview, Meghan had no rehearsed answer. Her eyes darted toward the side of the stage as if silently asking her team for rescue, but no one moved. The atmosphere grew heavier as Meghan tried to defend herself. "I'm allowed to tell my story," she insisted, but Jennifer pressed again. "Not when it hurts others repeatedly. Don't you think accountability applies to you too?" This time Meghan visibly bristled. "I'm not going to sit here and be attacked," she snapped, her voice louder than before. The audience gasped yet again. The royal composure had cracked. Jennifer straightened her cards calmly. "I am not attacking you," she said quietly. "I'm asking the questions the world wants answers to." Meghan's face flushed. She stood up abruptly, ignoring the shocked reaction from the crowd. "This interview is over," she declared, but Jennifer didn't rise. She simply watched as Meghan tried to walk off the stage. A producer blocked Meghan's path, whispering instructions, but Meghan angrily brushed past him. Security moved in quickly to guide her out of the studio as the audience buzzed in disbelief. Jennifer, still seated, exhaled slowly and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back." The screen cut to commercial as the studio erupted in chatter. Backstage, Meghan was furious, packing, shaking, demanding explanations from her team, but the damage was done. Within minutes, clips of her storming off the set were already being uploaded by audience members, going viral before she even left the building. Headlines were forming in real time, and none of them were in her favor. The chaos backstage only grew louder as Meghan stormed down the hallway, her heels striking the floor with sharp, furious clicks. Her team scrambled around her, whispering apologies, excuses, and desperate ideas to control the narrative. But Meghan wasn't listening. "I was ambushed," she hissed. "This was supposed to be supportive. I won't let them humiliate me like this." Her voice echoed down the corridor, drawing nervous glances from the crew members nearby who pretended to focus on their tasks. Jennifer Hudson, meanwhile, remained in her chair on stage, hands folded, her calm expression masking the storm she had just navigated. The moment the cameras went off, producers rushed to her, some panicked, some stunned. "Jennifer," she walked out, one of them said breathlessly. Jennifer simply nodded. "People deserve honesty," she replied. "I wasn't going to sugarcoat it for her." Her tone wasn't cruel, just firm, grounded, unwavering. When the show returned from commercial break, Jennifer addressed the audience with graceful professionalism. "Sometimes conversations take unexpected turns," she said, "but this platform has always been about truth, respect, and real dialogue." The audience applauded, rallying behind her. They had witnessed something rare, a celebrity host standing strong against a guest known for tightly controlling her narrative. Backstage, Meghan's PR manager begged her to return to the set, even for a brief closing remark. "If you walk away completely, it will go viral as a meltdown," he warned. But Meghan refused, shaking her head hard. "I will not give Jennifer or this show another second," she snapped. "They want drama, fine, but I won't be part of it anymore." Her eyes blazed with anger, but beneath it there was something else: fear of losing control. Security escorted Meghan to a private exit to avoid the waiting paparazzi, but their lenses still caught the moment she stepped into her SUV with a face full of restrained rage. By the time the door slammed shut, the first social media clips of the clash had already reached hundreds of thousands of views. Comments poured in instantly, some defending her, but many accusing her of avoiding accountability once again. Inside the car, Meghan tried to steady her breathing. "This will not define me," she muttered to herself. But her phone buzzed relentlessly, messages from her team, missed calls from advisors, notifications from global media outlets demanding statements. A sinking feeling settled in her stomach. She knew this wasn't going away anytime soon. Meanwhile, Jennifer Hudson finished tapping the rest of the show with remarkable composure, but the moment she stepped backstage, producers gathered around her with updates. "It's exploding online," one said. "Clips of Meghan walking out there everywhere." Jennifer rubbed her temples lightly. She hadn't intended to create a scandal. Only to ask the questions many were afraid to. Still, she understood the storm she had stepped into. Within an hour, hashtags like Meghan Walkout, Jennifer Hudson Show, and Royal Meltdown were trending worldwide. Commentary pages, gossip channels, and media analysts dissected every second of the confrontation. Some praised Jennifer for her courage, calling the interview long overdue. Others criticized Meghan for refusing to face tough questions. The world had taken sides yet again, something Meghan had desperately hoped to avoid. That evening, Jennifer sat in her dressing room scrolling through the reactions. She paused when she saw one comment from a former royal staffer. "Finally, someone asked what we all went through." Jennifer sighed. She hadn't expected to become part of the royal family chaos narrative, but now she was in it, whether she liked it or not. As for Meghan, she spent the night in silence, avoiding cameras, avoiding statements, avoiding everything. But she knew tomorrow would be worse. Headlines were already forming, and every one of them painted the same picture. She had been challenged, and she walked away. Meghan's team gathered in an emergency virtual meeting early the next morning, their faces tense and exhausted. PR managers, media strategists, and legal advisors all spoke over one another, scrambling to repair the narrative. "We need to release a statement immediately," one insisted. "Frame it as an unsafe, hostile environment." But another shook his head. "No, if we attack Jennifer, it backfires.